How do you decompress from, we were here 2 nights ago, and as a sudden end, was there any sort of like celebration as a group? How do you decompress from it all?
Usually the end of the year plays out kind of similar. Obviously, you take the day and just turn your brain off and think about things. But we usually get the team together again and have a good night and get the wives together and just kind of a little send off before everything goes and try to figure out some things that we can do better and have a few libations and enjoy the evening.
We're not into sauna beers yet.
Yeah.
Well, that's for later. All right. So, what are you when you're getting together as a group? Because everybody's about to scatter. What are the discussions about? What could we have done better here, or the discussions about like just the time that you guys spent together?
Yeah, it's all of it. It's just like hanging out with your buddies, and you can talk about their family, you can talk about the season, you can talk about work, you can talk about play, what they're up to this summer. It's really just hanging out with your friends and like I said, what we battled through, and it's been a pleasure these last few years playing with guys for so long and really just becoming so close. It's just hanging out with your friends.
All right, so walk me through the season. When you think back on it, was this a good season?
I said like our regular season was okay. I think we were playing good enough to win a few games here and there. We didn't. I don't think we were as consistent as we'd like, and there's a few hiccups with just really having a lot of new guys and trying to figure out who we were again. It's every year you have to kind of bring out your identity and figure it out, and it took us a little while. I thought we had a couple streaks that kind of saved us and got us where we wanted to be, which was in playoffs. And like I said, once you're in playoffs, every team believes they can win it. And we were no different. I thought we played a great first series. Obviously, a little bit depleted Jersey team, which helped. Played great against Wash. We really had control of that whole series, I thought. And then came up short to a very good team. I think the first 2 games really kind of lost it for us. Just didn't play well enough those first 2 games. We started to get our game together, and it was too late, and that was it.
I'll get back to Florida in a second. The narratives you addressed it before. The national media comes in. They don't spend a lot of time covering the Hurricanes during the year, so we see you every day, and the narratives, the boring. The system, which Florida plays, if I'm not mistaken, and the losing streak in the conference finals. Because you guys, you're asked about it. Which of those bothers you the most? Or which of those is just more of an annoyance than the others?
I would say the losing streak, honestly. Like we not that it mattered, but I wanted to win. So, we need to win a game to move on. So that was, and they weren't wrong. Not that it really mattered anyway, but we needed to win a game. So that was probably the biggest thing. I think the boring stuff, I didn't really care. It is what it is. That doesn't bother me yet one bit. That was it. I really just wanted to win.
You mentioned that there were 2 streaks during the season that kind of saved you. First one was when Marty Necas touched the sun. Mm-hmm. He would everything. I joked, if Marty passed you the puck, just shoot it. Don't care where you are. Yeah. It's gonna be a goal because he's getting a point. And then after the Rantanen trade, you guys seemed to get to your game for about 3 weeks. Piled up a bunch of points. There were a lot of wins. So I just wonder, was it a relief when that whole saga played out? Because that was, I'm sure, maybe more trying on Aho than you guys because of the personal relationship. But as the captain, how did that whole thing feel for about a month or so?
Yeah, 100% it was a relief. Not that it was a relief that he left. It was relief that we had it figured out and we were moving on.
Right.
It was just such a limbo time, and I felt bad for him. I felt bad for the whole situation. It was just weird. It just you don't see that very often. You don't see a superstar just get moved out of nowhere, not really realizing he's going to get moved, and then, kind of demanding an extension and not sure what he's doing, and then on his way back out again. It's just like, it was, and we're trying to win games, and he's can't score, and he's getting frustrated, and kind of playing like we want to, but not really, but no one's really saying anything. It was just like, it's just it was a hard thing to do, and I felt bad for the whole situation. Was just weird. So I could see why we played a little more relaxed and better once he left. Just solely that it was done, and we could focus on now doing what we wanted to do, which was have a great playoffs and get in the playoffs and have a great run. So that was probably one of the more interesting times for me in my whole career, really. Just I had never experienced anything like that before.
Yeah, test you as the captain. Final thing, and I talked to Jacob about this, and when I think about this year, the number one thing I'm going to think about, weirdly, is the handshake line against the Devils. Because of Brett. Because he's, in a lot of ways, still here, I think. What was that like for you?
Yeah. When he was here, we talked so much about, when we win it all that stuff. It just like we have been through so much, and and he's such a hard on his sleeve guy, and it's just it was tough to see him go, and and this game is a business and all that stuff, but he just. Yeah, it would have been nice if he was still here. Obviously, is the long story is short.
Maybe we can get him back.
Yeah, who knows? But and he was their best player. I thought that whole playoff. Like he's a great player. Yeah, I don't know. It's just it's hockey. Obviously, we had such a great friendship, and he's such a good dude, and and he battled hard and wanted to win. And then and you shake hands like man.
No, you guys hugged.
Yeah, we had a lot of hugs. I'm sure he had a few more than I did in that line. But it was good memories.